So my husband and I just got married last year, about 6 months ago. And it wasn't until we fully had combined all of our financials, which took a few months because we had, car loans and student loans and all this stuff. It takes a while to combine. But now that we kind of sat down one night and we looked through all of our accounts and everything. We realized we were in trouble because we currently have a combined debt of $80,000 and we only make about $50,000 a year. So when we looked at that, we knew that we needed to do something. For the last few months, we have been saving, cutting cable, cutting expenses here and there. But we decided that we needed to take an extra step. We had heard about Dave Ramsey before, so we decided to pay for his online financial university class. It was $100 we paid for it on a credit card, which is kind of ironic. But after we did that, we immediately cut up our credit cards and we are working towards paying off our debt. Okay, so if you have heard of Dave Ramsey at all, you know that the first step in his plan is to save $1,000 in our savings account. Now, unfortunately, we had $1,000 in a savings account and life happened. We ended up spending it all, so we have to kind of start from scratch. So we started off May of 2017, brand new. That's when we started the class and everything, so it just worked out perfectly with the timing that this is when we are getting started. Now, if you're watching this video, you know it is not May. We are kind of releasing these videos much later, and the reason for that is that way there's not huge 4-month gaps in between these videos, because this does take a lot of time. So I just want to start off by kind of showing you that this is not a quick thing. Even though I'm putting these videos out, kind of in quick succession, that's not how real life works. This is a very slow process. This is something that will take us years to complete. But I want to really kind of document this for you guys and for myself and my husband, because this is hard and there's not a lot of resources out there. There's not a lot of people who really attack their debt in a way like this. Most people leave school and everyone just kind of assumes that they have student loans to pay, and we want to live our life differently. So the first step is the $1,000 savings. So we are on track right now in May to hit that. And honestly, when I paid for that plan, I did not think that we were going to be able to afford to pay our bills for the month. We just moved into a new apartment. My husband and I were living with my younger sister, so we were splitting the rent a little bit more and it was cheaper. And we got an apartment that was more expensive. So we were very nervous about being on time with payments and hitting everything this month. And just from sitting down and really making a budget and really being intentional with our money, we found that we have an extra $1,000 in our income to put towards our savings, which is amazing. So this month is all about that first baby step. And by next month, June of 2017, we will be able to start attacking our debt head on. So a quick look at what our debts are. We have currently about $15,000 in credit card debt. That is a combination of our wedding expenses, which we were too stupid to just save up for. We put most of it on credit cards, and also just some shopping. The holidays came up right after our wedding and we didn't have any savings, so we put all of our holiday shopping on credit cards. So $15,000 in credit cards is kind of our first debt. We have about $4,000 on one credit card and $11,000 on a shared credit card that my husband and I both have our names on. So the $4,000 is our first step. It also happens to be the one with the highest interest rate. That was just a happy mistake. So we are currently working on paying off my card to Capital One, which is about $4,000, and it has a 20% interest rate. So we're working on that one for June. And then we also have about $24,000 in a car loan for my husband's car. Those monthly payments are $550. And then I have student loans, which are currently on deferment. I can't remember the right term for that. So basically, right now, I'm not paying anything on them, but they are accruing interest. So I'm still having interest grow on them. So unfortunately, $28,000 will probably be closer to $29,000 by the time we get to it. But that is in student loans. So we have credit cards, car loan, student loans. And we are going to work on it in that order. from smallest debt to the largest, and it just so happens that our smallest debt has the highest interest rate. The $11,000 credit card, we combined our credit cards, so it actually has a 0% interest rate until mid next year, about a year from now. So thank God for that, because that'll really save us a lot of money while we're paying it off. So that is 0% interest for now. My husband's car is about 5% interest. Unfortunately, because we have so much debt, our credit score is kind of in the toilet. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not ideal. So we can't refinance until we get some of our payments down. So hopefully after we get our credit cards paid off, we can refinance while we're working on that and get it paid off even faster. And then my student loans vary a lot between 2% and 6%. They're all through kind of different loans. If you have student loans, you know what I mean. So hopefully when we get to those points, we can refinance and combine and consolidate loans to make them into smaller payments and to lower the interest rate, so that way we can attack them even faster. So that's kind of a snapshot of our debts right now. A quick snapshot of our income. We make about $50,000 per year combined. We both work hourly jobs, hourly wages, and we both are going to kind of be moving income a lot. My husband is starting school in the fall, and because he was in the Air Force, he will get school paid for. He will also get housing pay. So basically, he'll get $1,700 a month to put towards his expenses, and that will be on top of his job right now, which he will have to cut back hours a little bit, but hopefully that will just be extra income that we can put towards debt. Also, I work 2 jobs. One of them is my regular day job. Another one is a virtual assistant, and I also own my own small business. It's all online, so I do coaching, I sell ebooks, I do videos, all kinds of stuff. So I have a little bit of extra income from that, and that varies a lot. So our income really technically varies from about $40,000 to $60,000. So our goal for this debt is to pay it off in 2.5 years. It's going to be a very tight budget for 2.5 years, and we're hoping that we can kind of pay it off even faster, or at least give ourselves a little more wiggle room in a budget by upping our income a little bit while we're working on this. But our ultimate goal here is, by the time my husband is done with school, which will be 3 years, to be able to have enough money to purchase a house. So he has his VA home loan where we don't have to put any money down. So any money we save up will just be going directly towards the purchase, and we will be able to hopefully not have a huge debt on our home, which would mean that we could pay off our home even faster with the Dave Ramsey plan. Okay, so that was a lot of information. I just want you guys to know that this is going to be an ongoing series. I'm going to record these as we're going through the plan, so I'm not recording them all at once, just to give you as much detail and information as possible. So if you have questions, please ask me down below, because a lot of this we've already gone through. So hopefully I can be a good resource for you and, give you some tips and ideas. We are going to make some videos on like places that you can start to save money on, how to save money on groceries, how to cut cable costs and cell phone bills, and just how to save money in general. I'm also going to be making some videos to show you exactly how we budget, what our budget looks like, so you could really see like where we cut back, where we spend our money, and you can kind of get ideas hopefully for your own budget. And we're also going to talk about, what is so hard about paying off debt. I'm only 23, my husband's only 24. We're both very young, but we want to have kids, we want to have a house. And right now we can't afford it. And it's not because we have bad jobs or because we did make poor choices, but not because we made horrible choices. We just need to be smarter with our money. So I hope that this series will kind of help you guys, maybe inspire you to check out Dave Ramsey, because this program really, really can change your life. Or maybe just give you some ideas on how you can save money a little bit in the day-to-day expenses. All right, that is everything. I will see you in the next video.